Scorpio, crow call. So you remember how in Gemini's reading, I was getting heavy themes of sweet nothings? And how sweet nothings don't pay the bill. Well, energetically, you know, Scorpio, you do inherit, you know, other people's resources. Joint income, joint taxes, everything is like a joint type of thing, but usually your energy, you do receive other people's income. And so this works perfectly in business for you, Scorpio. Your energy works perfectly there. But the thing is, upon waking up and just, you guys know how I read or how my energy works or how my gifts work, really. Whatever sign that I have open still, which is Scorpio at this time, the energy plays out for me. And this morning, it was on my mind, Gemini energy, sweet nothings don't pay the bills, money is the motive. And there are two people that have contacted me in the last week or so. And it also brings up, I believe, maybe Leo or Virgo's reading, where I was saying how these people are still holding back when they know you need something, or they're still holding back something when you know you need something, or something like that. I think it was in Leo's reading more specifically. So I'm getting Gemini and Leo energy. But there's two people, more specifically, three actually, that hit me up in this past week. That one reached out for spell work, and I was very considerate to her with pricing and this, that, and the third, and she said she was going to do something, but she hasn't. There was another girl who reached out on Monday saying that she was going to get a personal reading from me, then switched it to Friday. Today is now Saturday. Haven't heard back from her at all. Then there's another girl who said that she was going to just send me money to do what she can, That was yesterday, or maybe even Thursday, and hasn't done it. And so I mention this because I do need it. You know, that's work for me. Obviously, I need to pay bills and things, but energetically, you know, it's in alignment with the Gemini, which is about the mind and communication. Sweet nothings don't pay the bills. And then it's in alignment with the Leo energy, with a prophecy is coming to pass. But I mentioned in the Leo reading, kind of piggybacking off of Cancer's reading, really. So maybe Cancer, Leo. But I was saying how when it is that you want something, energetically, others are not going to give it to you. When you need something, like, that's just how it is. When you want something, you're automatically going to attract the opposite. So you're not going to get it. If you need something, you're automatically going to attract the opposite, where you're not going to get it. When you care about this, like, then someone is not going to care about that. That's, you know, and I was saying that heavily in Gemini, Cancer, and Leo's reading. And so I wake up today with this heavily on my mind. And I'm like a little angry, you know, Scorpio shit. I'm real angry about it. But at the same time, this is another lesson. Libra's reading, Virgo's reading, I was getting completion. Libra's reading, I was getting highly spiritually educated. And in that reading, I was able to pick up on narcissistic, toxic shit like this. So much so to the point where it became funny. And then here I am with you, Scorpio, ready to get this crow call popping. And it's just an energy where I feel like, I guess this spiritual lesson, it's like, you know, new levels, new devils, you graduated. And I think I even said that, you know, in one of the readings where it's like you graduate and then you're you got a new job immediately after graduation, right? So this is an immediate lesson after graduation, especially for me energetically, highly spiritually educated that I am. It's not about me, but I use my experiences to help like understand and articulate the energy that I'm picking up on with Scorpio. I'm just getting a vibe for you, Scorpio crow call, where you're taking it another level, like to another level. Like you are truly done with people's sweet nothings. You know, at this point, it's like, don't even say shit. Don't even say shit to me until, don't even say a goddamn thing to me unless you got that money, like, period. I'm not about to sit here, waste time, sweet nothings, go back and forth. I'm not doing none of that shit anymore, because it's interesting how the way I communicate, I'm very grateful in everything it is that I do and everything that's presented to me. I'm a very grateful person. And it's like the moment I express that gratitude or emotional vulnerability, that is right then at that moment, people want to start playing games. Whether they do it on purpose or not, just energetically, that is just what happens. And I'm realizing that I can't care, man. I can't, like, it has to be, I just can't care if there's no tangible evidence, if there's like immediately. If there's no tangible evidence, I'm not even talking. And that was, I was getting that Ace of Pentacles was coming out, and it was coming out multiple times within these crow calls. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. It's like, if it is not, yeah, and then Judge Judy was coming out as well. If it is not tangible, I don't even want to speak. Because it's like, I was picking up in Libra's reading, it's like people who just Page of Wands, Page of Cups energy, with the Page of Cups was reversed. It's just people who want to get your attention. Page of Wands to the Six of Wands in the reverse. They just want to get your attention, but they have no intention. That's the title of the reading. And I'm just done with that personally and energetically. That's just how I'm feeling for you, Scorpio. I have a Scorpio rising right now. I have my Mercury in the 8th house. I have Pluto in Scorpio in the 1st house. So y'all can say what y'all think y'all need to say. You're projecting. This is just your energy. You can say whatever it is that you think that you need to say. But these are facts. And I've been doing this for 3 years now. I'm all about facts, and y'all know that. So I don't care who this offends, because I'm offended. And it reminds me of the Virgo reading I did. Damn, it's in my other book, where for Virgo's reading, I was getting something, you're offended. In fact, I'm going to prove it. I'm going to prove it. You're offended. I'm very offended, but it's a lesson learned on God. Don't say a goddamn thing to me about business, nothing, unless I don't want to hear shit about shit. Where's my money? Facts. I'm over it. It's just these people say and do whatever they can to get your attention, but they have no intention. And that's probably why shit was funny in Libra's reading. Like, I kept laughing. I feel like this is either people laughing at me, laughing at you, Scorpio, or whatever. This could just be you laughing now. Who's going to have the last laugh? Who's going to have the last laugh? It's, you got, they still want to play games. They just still want to play games, yo. Yeah. Your rune messages: avoid making alliances with disharmony and drama. Seeking guidance to resolve an issue, but they don't want, I don't know. I'm about to try to find this reading where I was getting the offended. It was a Virgo energy, I think. A realization after you moved on, someone feels offended. Virgo energy. And Virgo was dealing with, as I mentioned before, completion. So, may I have a quote call? Queen of Cups is coming out reverse. Exactly. Because people like to take advantage of the Queen of Cups outright. And I said this in Cancer's reading, literally. I said this in Cancer's reading. Turning pain and rejection into power and triumph. That cycle's over. That Queen of Cups that was in the reverse, that cycle is over with the World card and with the Tower. Temperance is here. Yeah, Death card is here. All major arcanas, man. That cycle is over for you. That Queen of Cups, people taking advantage of you, taking your kindness for a weakness. That shit is done. Devil card in the reverse. You're fully aware. Yeah, I don't know, something with the... I need to get some tigers out of my wrist. I've been getting that flick of the wrist. I think it was happening in Libra's reading. The flick of the wrist, but my wrist hurts. Messages, please, for Scorpio. I'm just done. I'm really done. Yeah, we got the Magician coming through with the come through. Gemini energy. Gemini and Aries. So Gemini, like I said already, sweet nothings don't pay the bills. Money is the motive. Aries energy. Releasing, healing, and moving on. Picking battles wisely. Something is missing. And I was getting obstruction of karma and justice. And so now you're tapping into this Magician energy. This is about utilizing all of your resources. This is about making some shit happen. I believe the Magician card was coming out in someone else's reading, and it was clarifying. I know the Hierophant came out, but the Magician was clarifying two cards that were in the reverse. I cannot remember which reading, what sign it was, but I know that came out. All right, so here we go with the Magician, and this is only clarifying that completion that happened in Virgo and also in Libra's reading, being highly spiritually educated. All right, yeah, here you go. You're turning your pain into power. You see the Sun card with the Nine of Cups. You also have the Wheel of Fortune here. With the Four of Wands, and I feel like all of this goes into your pain and rejection. Four of Wands reverse is not having a solid foundation. Sun card, that's like, again, being gaslit, not being seen, being disrespected, not creating, or your creations are not prospering with this Nine of Cups energy. There's a whole bunch of fruit here as well. And this is about fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. These are all in the reverse, and it's looking like you're going to go ahead and get some shit popping. Like you're about to like manifest here. And I was even mentioning in Cancer's reading, like, it's just, you know, people like to play on your emotions to take your energy, and it's just like, you're done. And it's just only, this energy just only, it's like I woke up like, yo, what the hell? Like I just woke up offended. Like I feel like I woke up offended, and I did some, you know, I'm always doing research with astrology, and I have my Pluto progress into the second house right now. And one of the things that talks about is being financially betrayed. When I saw that this morning, I said, oh, wow, now that makes sense. Now that makes sense. And why it doesn't make sense. It makes sense why it ain't making sense. It's just destined. That's one of my towers. That's one of my Pluto and Scorpio in the second house right now. That is about being financially betrayed. And Scorpio, you rule other people's finances. You're supposed to inherit Taurus energy. And in Taurus's crow call, I was getting mighty tower season. Justice will be served. Redemption on their mind. And don't give up. You receive Taurus energy. Queen of Wands reverse, and that's it. The Queen of Wands is reverse because the Four of Wands is in the reverse. Nine of Wands, it's like they want you to be in this wounded energy, and then here you go, King of Cups. Like feminine women and men can be in King of Cups energy where they just don't care. That to me is Capricorn energy. That's heartless and cold. And I know Virgo's reading I was looking at, it literally said cold and heartless. And then we have the Star card and then the Ten of Cups. It's just, you know, it's going to be what it's going to be. I'm going to post this publicly just as I did with Leo's reading, because like I said, with Leo, there was a prophecy that was coming to pass. And then Scorpio, this to me, putting y'all together, that's that ego death. This is a new identity being formed here. This is a transformation has occurred. So example is, like I said, my ascendant has now progressed into from Libra to Scorpio. That is a death. My sun has progressed from Gemini to now Cancer. That is a death. My Venus went from Cancer to Leo. That is another death. So that's what it means when you're going through transformation and metamorphosis. Usually that's talking about, especially with the Wheel of Fortune, that's talking about astrology. Something has changed within your astrology chart. Death, transformation. You are no longer resonating with a certain energy. My moon went from Pisces to now my moon is in Aries, another death. My midheaven went from Leo to now Virgo, another death. And that is your energy, Scorpio. That is what death and rebirth is about. This is not always people dying out here in the streets. It literally is talking about your astrology chart and how something has changed. It is a death, a metamorphosis, a rebirth. Yeah, I'm just done. I'm super done, and it just reconfirms this. So the prophecy that came to pass in Leo's reading real quick, because I can refer back to everything. I connect everything. That is my job here on earth, is to connect things. The prophecy that was coming to pass was a reading that I did 2 years ago for the sign of Virgo, and it was literally, they didn't want to respect you, so now respect those towers. Those towers that I'm mentioning goes right back to Taurus's energy, where I was getting, it is a mighty tower season. That was what was coming out in the crow call for Taurus. Now I go to Virgo's energy, which again is the prophecy that I did 2 years ago. That prophecy, that Virgo energy was called completion, and I was speechless here. Then in Libra's energy, I was getting highly spiritually educated. So that would insinuate that Virgo's energy, you have graduated, right? Well, 2 years ago, as well as the Virgo reading that I did 2 years ago, I did another one for the sign of Libra, and it literally was, you are called to bring forth change to generations. That was prophesied 2 years ago here as well. And then here we are with you, Scorpio, now, where you have energies that I was picking up in Libra's reading, where it was the Page of Wands with the Page of Cups reversed, and then the Queen of Swords, and then the Six of Wands reversed, and then it was another card. Basically, you had energies trying to get your attention, but they had no intention. They had nothing to offer, and that was actually another, I pulled a Why Are They Mad card, and that card came out. They have nothing to offer. So this is what it is. This is what I have. I'm done. Get your unsubscribe button together, but it's not stopping anything. I already got my crown.